February 29, 2020, you're watching In Your Face Fisher. I'm Mike Fisher with the Constitution and the Truth. Don't care about your feelings, and neither do I. Let's go to the panel here. First, we got Austin. You see Austin. Alright, everything is frozen. Go ahead and unplug that. Alright. Stand by, we are having technical difficulties.
Hey, I'm seeing people. I can't see myself. The camera's way over
Alright, we should be getting some video feed here shortly. Hey, Ken. Yeah, the camera needs readjusted on the other one. But hey, Kyle, can you hear us out there? Hello. All right, there we go.
See you. Like you're on fire,
I am sweating.
Oh, we close that fireplace. Your face is covered with your mic.
No, I can't see nothing. There they are. We are lagging a little bit, but... Alright, we're just going to go ahead and start. We're going to talk. They're working on the cameras right now. Like I said, it's February 29th, 2020. Make sure we're doing the slides on the... we're going to start off with the panel. We have Austin. Say hi, Austin. There's probably no video.
Hello.
All right. Next we have Joe Novak.
Hey. I care about your feelings. I'm a bit of a guy.
We have Ed Beeman.
Hey, everybody.
And Dustin.
Hello.
And we have a little audience here. Let's see, we got local news. We usually start off with some local news, and then we head on to our topic and national news. Once again, this week we got a report on Ann, charged with child molestation. Yeah, brand new one. But this guy's 74 years old. So, his name's Gerald Aw. Y-A-W is his last name.
Here, hold that for a second.
This guy is needs to be put away for the rest of his life. He has like 6 counts, 5 counts of child molestation. Been doing it all his life since, well, Well, they have recorded since 1970s, so he just needs to be put away for the rest of his life. But yeah, if you or anyone else was abused by this man, get a hold of the Port County Sheriff's Office and.
You have a number? So I can call him?
No, I don't. That's funny.
No, that's just if you didn't want to be abused.
Yeah. National news. We got 62 people now with coronavirus that are Americans. Really looked at something. My buddy Mike Skaggs sent me a link about to put the coronavirus in perspective of everything else that with the flu and things like that is what's the
You should put your mic off to the left of you.
I probably should, but I'm not.
People watching might like it.
Yeah. But right now there ain't no one watching because it's black. But the coronavirus. To put it in perspective, like I said, Mike Skaggs sent me a link saying about the flu, how 31 million people have the flu, and like,
Wouldn't know who's got what.
yeah, and when it comes to the turn my slider up, please. When it comes to the coronavirus, I mean, you look at 82,000 is what they're reporting compared to 31 million. I think it's true that they're using it as a political weapon.
And a fear tactic, maybe in the economy.
Yeah, it is working.
Yeah. The stock market's just crashing like crazy.
It's a tool used by the club, and as that comedian said,
Yeah.
who was the comedian?
George Carlin.
Yeah.
It's
a big club, and you ain't in it.
That's right.
Yeah, so we don't even get information about it.
So the thing is like we said, you know, if it is a pandemic, there ain't nothing you're going to do about it.
No.
I mean, you're going to get it.
The chance of getting it like winning the lottery at least.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
And we've had 0 deaths in the United States that we know of from it. But you think about how many people a year, at Google, how many people a year die of the flu.
Oh, it's 9,000 or more in the United States.
Yeah, over 9,000 already this year.
In the United States, yeah.
This year. So,
This flu season.
yeah, so, I mean, the coronavirus has been around from what we know from what, December?
Yeah, and it hasn't killed as many now.
So, thank you, Chris Kessler. The mic is a good look on you.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's, I mean, I hate to hear that anybody else more got it.
Right.
I mean, but we
I
are.
wonder too. What is the error factor that maybe some of these people actually have the flu? You know, it's like, oh, we diagnosed you with you. So you diagnosed 31 million people with the flu, and it's like a couple of them come up. Oh, you got coronavirus. You know?
Yeah. And how many people had the coronavirus and thought it was the flu?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, because what they're explaining, everybody in my house had.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You couldn't breathe. Headaches, sore throat, and it took a long time to get rid of it. It took over a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it was terrible. Worse, cold or whatever.
It's almost like the field tests for meth, where they've thrown people in jail for glazing on a donut that they thought was meth. You know, there's little crumbs in the seed. It's like, oh, that's meth. Oh no, it's sorry, it's
glazed donut. So I don't know what to think about it. I watch a lot of Alex Jones. Where you got to be careful, and I'm not saying he's doing this, is he sells food products and storage. He's making it now. Yeah, they're selling out of food and these things because people are panicking.
Oh yeah.
But this, they said the same thing about SARS.
Yeah.
When was that? And Ebola. I mean,
Zika.
yeah. I mean, the bird flu.
The flu every year.
You know what? Everyone should be prepared to have a little bit of a problem with their daily. It's
Yeah.
can happen. Anything can happen.
But the thing is that, like we were saying last week, is you just need to be prepared and do what you would normally do. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Don't cough in somebody else's face. Unless it's a show.
Well,
Well, a disruption in your daily life, in case something anything, in a tornado or a bad storm or something, you need to be ready to be hunkered down for a couple days if you have to.
Exactly right.
Most people don't.
You need to have the food. But here's what irritates me is, and I like watching Alex Jones. I like watching InfoWars. I enjoy it. It's entertaining to me. I think you get a lot of good information from him. But the problem I have is that, just call up and buy our food and be safe.
Yeah.
And the thing is that for a year, for one person, is almost $2,000.
Well, anytime you have a scare like this, like you look at the gun scares, you look at the anything, you know, who's making money off of this? The people that are scaring people. I mean, like the people that are putting out all this information, 9 times out of 10 you can chase it back to a big company that's going to be selling all these big like food supply, like Jeff Bezos, or you look at the gun scares. There's I forgot the politicians' names, but you know they're going for a gun ban. They put out all this gun ban propaganda, but yet both of them own stocks and Smith & Wesson and things like that. So every time they put out this propaganda, everybody's like, oh, I gotta go buy guns, I gotta go buy all this stuff.
Well, I saw where Barack Obama got an award for being the best gun salesman of the year.
Exactly.
Wow.
A lot of these people are just doing this stuff so they can make money off of it because they know they know there's people out there that'll panic.
He's saying they're going to take guns away and hang. Everybody's buying guns. So
Yeah.
he's the gun salesman of the year.
So, like we said, be cautious, but you need to be cautious anyway about just getting sick. Anyway, I mean, you just need to be cautious.
I'm a daredevil.
You
I
are.
wipe my hands on stuff and lick it.
Well, that's what builds up your immune system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe has the best immune system around.
That's right.
But we'll go to our main topic today. It is the dangers of socialism and Bernie Sanders' campaign. So,
The dangers of Bernie Sanders' campaign.
A lot of dangers.
we talked last week a little bit about Bernie Sanders and about Trump winning the election. And, man, I'm telling you what, if the millennials get out and vote, it could be close, I believe. I don't think anybody's ready. Now, the left is kicking themselves in the ass for...
They're a bunch of
The millennials will be like, oh, vote? Oh, is that today?
What we need to do is, all around the country, is on Election Day, have Trump rallies in big cities. That way the liberals forget to go vote. They're protesting us. So, But,
But then we would be voting because we're all at the rallies.
we'll do the electronic vote on our phone. That works real well. Like they did there in Iowa. Yeah, that worked out well. So, what is socialism, Joe?
Socialism is government taking over the means of production. Now, they can still be... I believe they can still be privately owned, but the government controls the output and the means of production. But, when you look up socialism, it says, that's the first step to capitalism. The goal of socialism is to become capitalist. I mean, not capitalism. Communism. Sorry. The goal of socialism is to become communist.
Aren't there a lot of socialist programs or social programs in this country?
Yeah, there's a lot of
That's the
social.
problem with it.
Isn't that? And they're out of control, aren't they?
Oh, they are. What socialism is basically is, and communism. It's all the same. Marxism. It's all the same thing. It's where the government is everything.
Supplies every need for the.
No, you are nothing as an individual. We have to be a state.
You're not individual.
Yeah, you can't be
at all.
It focuses on the collective good of the public,
Of
not
the-
the individual.
Right. And that
So-
does not work.
Well, that's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds great. It sounds like utopia, and it sounds great. But here's the thing. For it to work, whoever's in charge has to be honest and a great person.
You know what?
And there's nobody like that.
Easy way to prove that doesn't work is take a block of people, have everybody chip in their food into a pile, and who doesn't chip in are the losers and the people that don't do anything.
You know what?
Well,
Somebody has said, and I thought of this at work, because we have like a refrigerator that everybody uses, we have a stove and dishes everybody uses. They said, anybody that thinks socialism works, look at the community kitchen. It's like there's always piles of dishes, and people always complain, and somebody else is doing it, they complain because...
A church.
yeah.
I took my food, I had food in there. A guy, I ended up putting a refrigerator in my own locker, clearing off shelves and making a spot for a personal refrigerator, because I go into work, I go, hey, Joe, I got some milk in there, you can have some if you want. I'm like,
Nope.
I just had a strange look on my face. I'm like, he goes, I threw yours out. Like, what did you do that for? What he needed his spot, so he threw mine out. I can have some of his. It's like, I had milk in there. It's like,
at church, though. Who does all the dishes? It's only like 2 people.
yeah.
The-
It's like, I'm doing dishes all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's not fair. Nobody should. Yeah. It's, that's
All right, we're getting complaints here that the mic is echoing. We'll do our best with it, but for right now, if you can understand us, then we have to keep going here because we. Yeah, we're a work in progress, guys. So we need people to help us out and let us know whose mic's echoing, who's.
Last time was when 2 people talked at the same time.
Yeah, and if it's like he's saying is, if it's two people talking at the same time, if it's messing up. But yeah. So to me, the proof that socialism don't work is look at every country that's been a socialist or a communist country.
Then you have your argument points. What about Denmark and Norway?
They're not communists. They're not socialists.
People say that people want to. Yeah.
They say now, but I'm just preparing us for
That
that
backlash
backlash.
is the fact that people are going to say, what about Denmark and Norway? And then what's going to come back on them is the fact that they're not a socialist economic system. They're a market economic system.
Denmark is a profit-sharing company.
They share their
Ideas.
with
They-
their people.
Well, every country implements socialist ideas at one point or another, but they're a socialist government, not a socialist economic system.
Why do you think Venezuela's going down?
They wanted to share their wealth with their people.
Chris Kessler says all mice are echoing. We'll get them mice out of here.
I don't remember what year it was, but actually Denmark had a economic reform, market reform, and that's when they went from what everybody wants to say was a socialist They were implementing socialist economics, and now they've completely flip-flopped and went to a market economy, which brought down the taxes on imports, and it's better their country.
They always were a market economy, but they had socialist aspects like their healthcare and stuff like that. And the thing of it is, too, is like in Norway, where they have... Norway has their socialist healthcare and stuff like that, but they also have people that go to private healthcare because they can't get the socialist stuff. So what they did was they taxed the hell out of the private stuff so people would quit going to it. So the people that got money leave the country to go other places. You know, but as far as their, it's my always thing about when people say about those socialist countries is they're higher on the economic freedom index than the U.S. is. Every year they score higher because it's easier to start and run businesses, and they have more financial freedom than we do. So they do well despite their socialist programs. But some of those are changing too. They're becoming more freedom, because people bring those ones up. You can bring up all the other ones that have been forced into bankruptcy because of socialist economic implementations, such as, and I have a list of them. People want to say, that communism and socialism are different. Russia, the Soviet Union, was originally called from 1922 to 1991. They were originally called the Union of Socialist Republics, or of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Guess who funded that? Can you guys hear me?
George, no, your volume's not.
No, the United States funded that.
Lenin and the United States.
Yeah.
Lenin received money from the United States to fund the United Soviet Socialist
Yes,
Republic.
that money was funneled in there from Germany. And that's really a bad thing we did there.
But China, Cuba, Vietnam,
all of them were funded by the United States.
They're all defined as a socialist economic system. And when you go back and look at all of the problems every single one of these countries has had with and had been bailed out time and time again because of their economic system, it proves to you that socialism in a pure form does not work.
Check the mics for a TNG label. I think the problem is we have more than one mic turned up at a time, so we're working on that. Our sound guys working on it. They do a hell of a job. They're busy constantly on Saturdays getting all this stuff set up, so we'll give them a break. But young people tend to lean towards socialism more, I see, because I believe, especially people that are...
Well, until they get a job and they start seeing taxes taken out, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, once they start seeing, well, they're not getting what...
who says, I wish they took more from me?
No one.
No one, honestly. There are a bunch of millionaires. I wish they taxed me more. Well, you can volunteer that. You can voluntarily give more money. Yeah, but no, I just wish that the government did it. You know, you can volunteer to give money.
I gave more money. So.
Right.
I voluntarily give more money.
So you get more back?
Yeah.
There you go.
But okay, so here's my question. We have a young guy in college, Dustin. Socialism sound like a good idea to you?
Not at all.
Okay, I didn't.
Not at all.
And but you also work. So
Yeah. But I mean, I think younger kids like socialism, well, like the idea of socialism, because they just hear the word free.
yeah, you get free shit.
Yeah.
Who don't like free shit?
But they-
I love free shit. The problem is I'm smart enough to know that it's not free. Somebody else is paying for it.
Yeah, but these...
Government can't give you anything without first taking from you.
should be inclusive on how much we pay. We pay a whole heck of a lot out of our checks every week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't pay anything. They take it. Yeah.
Yeah, I never...
That's why they use language.
No one ever asked me if I wanted to pay taxes.
Fair. I spend $300 a week in insurance, and I have to go and pay some more money if I go.
Can I ask a question? Before Obamacare, did you pay that much in insurance?
Yeah. It
Did
never
you really? It never changed?
changed.
Well, you're one of the lucky ones because...
It's been ridiculous.
Man, I remember
$300 a week.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it didn't change when you got Obamacare went through? That's why you were paying...
Obamacare has nothing to do with my private...
Oh, you had your personal...
My medical insurance.
Medical insurance. Oh, you don't get medical through your work?
Yeah, that's
okay.
that's not Obama nothing.
Obamacare
is
changed
social. That's a socialist free thing.
No, Obamacare, no. Obamacare affected all insurance, company insurance, private insurance.
What did it cause it to do? Go up or down?
Go up. Insurance companies wrote the bill.
Well, I guess it keeps going up then. Yeah, you're right.
It also raised your deductible because I had insurance for my employees, and the premium went up. And then the deductible went from like 2,000 to 5,000. And it's like, so wait a minute. I'm going to pay a lot more, and you can't even use it. Yeah, it was 2,000 to 5,000. It's like, so you're going to pay a higher premium, and you can't even use it.
And yet, everybody wants. Bernie Sanders wants to say that Obama was not voted in just because he was black. He was voted in because of his policies. But yet, no one knew his policies because he was never vetted before he got into office. And they want to say that he was voted in because he had great policies.
Obama's a human being. You don't go to a vet. I saw the confusion on Joe's face. So.
I was thinking, do they vet? It's like, well, you know, we've checked out your background, and we're not going to let you run. How about you? You know, it's like, I didn't know they were vetted.
No, they don't. I've never heard of them.
We're never vetted before he came in to figure out his policies, to find out what he was standing
Are
for.
any of them vetted? Are any of them vetted?
First of all, hey. First of all, you, other than Trump and his promises that he made on the campaign trail, and as far as I'm concerned, he's kept, more than...
Built that wall.
Well, the majority of them he kept, but what... All right, we're not talking... Hey, the thing is that every presidential election I've ever seen, they run on policies that they don't follow when they get in office anyway. I think a lot of that is, and I think a lot of Trump's, the promises that he hasn't kept, is because he didn't realize what he could and couldn't do when he got into office. And here's the thing that amazes me about the whole Bernie Sanders campaign is before Trump, everybody agrees, the system's broke. Our system, our form of government is broke right now. It needs to get back to what the founders...
I don't know if it's broke. I think it's just usurped.
But it's broken.
But it's working well for them. You know?
It's broken. If we're going by we the people, it's broken. The system is broke. The system's broke. I feel like Donald Trump isn't the save-all. I realize that. I know that. But I feel like he's a mechanic fixing the system, trying to repair the system. It's still broke. There's still stuff wrong with it.
He's like the only mechanic in the garage working.
And that's true. And the thing is that all these people that are bitching about Trump and his massive amount of power and what he's doing illegally because he's taking all this control. So let me understand. You guys want to vote for Bernie, who says, hey, let's step back and let this broken system take over everything. So what Bernie's running on, and I believe he believes, is let's let a broken system control every aspect of your life. A system that don't work. I mean, I've heard all my life from my parents, my family, my friends, if you want something to not work efficiently, let the government have control of it.
Freedom means responsibility, and that's why most people are not for it.
Do me a favor. Joe has an analogy that he shared with me a long time ago, and I'd like him to share it with everybody else, about your daughter in the crib. And
yeah. You know, and I was speaking with somebody in my shop, and they were talking about, I was saying about the libertarians. He's like, no, we shouldn't have libertarians because we have, they're no good or whatever. But and I realized speaking with him, I said, oh, you would like just the Democrats then? He said, no, we got to have the Republicans too. And I started thinking, he thinks we should have the left and the right, but nothing else. And I thought about that. And my daughter, when she was small, babies are in a crib, then you lower the crib down, get the big size up. And my wife said at the time, she said, it's time to take one of the sides down. And I thought, this is going to be great because my daughter's going to love freedom. She's going to be running around the house, and be putting her back in bed all night long. And I was shocked at what actually happened. We took one of the sides off, and she was afraid. Because it wasn't keeping her in, it was keeping everything else out. It's like, oh. So she kind of cuddled up in the corner with her blanket and her stuffed animals and stuff because she was afraid. It was like, and I'm like, wow, that's what's wrong with the people. It's like we need our government because what will happen if they take it down? If they take the left side down, the right side, we won't have anybody to protect us. People are afraid of freedom. And that's why they use the fear. That's the coronavirus. Without your government protecting you from coronavirus, what's going to happen? You'll all die. So you need us.
Anyway, and that's the whole thing about the global warming. First of all, I don't buy it. All right.
Climate change.
I don't buy the climate does change.
Yeah.
I buy that. It's like
I was ready to climate quit changing.
Yeah,
that's more scary than climate change.
But here's what we want you to do: send us money. We're going to carbon tax you, and that'll change everything. Well, Al Gore lives on the ocean.
Bought it after.
Yeah, after his flood. Yeah.
And so did Barack Obama. Bought a home on the East Coast on the ocean.
Oh, there I am.
Bunch of money grubbing assholes, man. Just they want your money, and that's all it comes down to. And listen,
you guys need
you guys that want shit for free, that don't want to work for things, and it sounds great, but when you realize what's going to happen to you, look at these countries that had communism, socialism, communism. Look at Cuba. People were willing to get on an inflatable inner tube and with a paddle and row to Florida because they were treated so well.
They were so healthy and so well educated that they had to get out of there. They couldn't stay anymore.
Yeah, because the education. Yeah, you gotta give Castro credit. I ain't giving him shit. What a idiot! That old bastard. He is a stupid son of a bitch. Bernie, give credit to Castro. Can you imagine?
That literacy program was great.
And you know what? You got to give it to Chairman Mao. China really turned it around after he took control, didn't he? I mean, holy shit.
Cuba, Cuba is the one of 10 of the most Christian persecuted countries in the world. Just to bring up Cuba, since you talked about Cuba. Sorry.
The people of Cuba are great people, I'm sure.
But it's one of the highest, most persecuted.
But you tell me, you watch this Conan, not to get off the subject, Conan O'Brien going to different countries, they only show the good parts of Cuba. They don't show you the slums. They don't show you where 99% of the people live. If you look, everybody's driving around, oh man, look at that classic car. Look at that classic car. That's all they can have because they haven't been able to buy anything since the 1950s.
It's just like the movie The Interview, where James Franco goes to North Korea and says, "You guys have fat kids? You guys have grocery stores?
Yeah.
You guys have cars? It's nothing like what we see. It's nothing like what we hear on TV. You guys actually have this?"
Yeah, speaking of fat kids, in North Korea's, like being the only fat kid in school is terrible. Imagine being the only fat kid in your country,
That poor president. So, socialism has, Bernie always points out, and I don't know if you've seen this clip, but Bernie, and Joe's going to say I'm taking it out of context, but I'm not because I watched the whole clip, praising Venezuela, and then saying that people are in food lines waiting for food for 2 hours. Well, that's a good thing.
Oh, no,
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I agree with that one. The other one that was taken out.
Yeah, whatever. Bernie's a dick.
I've seen where he's praised bread lines. It's good that, see, in socialist companies.
Food.
Yeah.
At least they have food.
He said if it wasn't.
I have no idea. It's a good thing, though.
He said if it wasn't for the bread lines, all the rich people would get the food. That's what he said the reason was.
And that's how a socialist nation works. Thank you, Bernie.
In socialist countries, bread waits. In socialist companies, people wait for bread.
In capitalist countries, bread waits for people.
If you guys
Yeah.
if you guys been following Venezuela, am I on? We destroyed that country, and we've been trying to destroy it for decades.
Oh, well, we've tried to destroy every country.
The president they have now, the truly elected president, wanted to give riches and help his people, even though he's not a good guy. And the rich of Venezuela and South Florida didn't like that idea. And that's why they're just tearing that country apart. It has the most resources of one area in the whole entire world. And that's why the elite want that country.
But look what happened. I mean, everybody, the government took over every aspect of business.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily good.
No, it's not.
What we did to them is cause them to be in those bread lines that have nothing and have to have a wheelbarrow money for.
Well, I mean,
it's ridiculous what we did to them.
And I agree. I agree. We do.
I think it's more the people that run the world than it is the people that just run the country.
The people that run the American people.
But the people who run the American people, like we talked last week with the Federal Reserve, isn't necessarily the American government. It's a few individuals conspiring with these world, leaders. These
people watching that don't realize. No, our government don't run the money here.
No, and if you need, we talked about the Federal Reserve last week and how we're slave to the Federal Reserve because it's a debt-based currency.
It's a debt-based fiat currency. And also when we were talking about that last week and you were asked about the people that were at Jekyll Island, Edward Mandel Milhouse. He's the guy that came up with that and recruited all those people.
And he's the one that wouldn't run for...
He refused to take any government office.
Yeah,
he's like, no, I don't want
because then he could be accountable.
And then he had said that.
He said that they, like you were talking about before, they put the information out there, a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's so convoluted and hard to figure out, vague and things like that. He said 1 in a million people will figure this out, and we will have.
That frees their conscience, so they told you what they're going to do.
Well, have the deniability or
plausible deniability. And that's the one thing you got to look at. in every conspiracy. Conspiracy theory isn't a bad word. They made that a bad word, and it came after what? JFK assassination, and that's why they invented that word. Look it up. Look where that word come from. Conspiracy theory was made a bad thing by the JFK assassination. Although you have those, and we have one in our live audience that believes that Oswald was the only assassin.
Look at the video. He was hit several times by different
How did we get on this topic?
Let's go back to socialism because I have.
Let's go back to socialism. We got one guy that.
Bring the discussion back to
Bring the discussion back to socialism. Because you asked a question.
Question, you know, what we're talking about is, you know, when we got on the subject of socialism, we're saying, you know, what's bad for the economy and what's bad for the government in socialism. We're not talking about, you know, when people are watching and they say, well, you're naming these things, but they're looking it up on Google and they're saying, well, this says this is good, this says this is good, but how would it hurt people? And what does it normalize? What does it take away from? And there's a lot of different bullet points where it takes away from, you know, takes away certain things that our country was founded on. That, you know, I have just a few here. In socialism, two of the main things that everybody enjoys in this country is socialism completely violates private property, completely violates your personal freedoms, and it completely gets rid of parental control over children. You know,
It's just like Joe said earlier, is that the government takes over every aspect of everything. They become your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your big brother, and you must be reliant. And this is what Johnson did in his administration with the great I forgot the name of the, you know what
Gatsby.
No, not the Great Gatsby.
Great Society.
The Great Society
Yeah.
is that he made it where women had no incentive to have the man around, so women with welfare.
In fact, not only no incentive, but there was a disincentive.
Yeah, you made more money if you got rid of your husband. You could collect welfare and be better off than having a husband and a dad around. And we see what happens there. If you want your, you know, in most cases, if you want your child to fail or, you know, not succeed, take the father completely out of the picture, and that's what happens. So, and whether people know this or not, that was racially motivated.
just like Bernie's whole campaign.
Just like Bernie's whole campaign.
But yeah, I've had tenants directly tell me that, well, my children's father don't live here because they would
Take away my insurance,
they would
take away my
money away from
food.
me, yeah.
Yep.
So now you got a guy that's not living at home with his children because they can't make it. Because they can't make it if he's there.
Making $100 grand a year at the mills a lot of times, making a bunch of money. Because they use the system, it's just messed up.
And you know, I know there's people that's. I mean, I struggle.
Yeah.
I've struggled. I mean, I struggle. We struggle all the time. And we know it's because, and you know what? Some of it's my fault. Some of it, is stuff that I've done. But I understand the need. And you got to listen to my full comment before I understand the need for a wealth. We cannot get rid of the welfare system like that. Rand Paul, when he ran, we're going to take it out. You can't do that. You can't. People are going to starve to death. They're right. You can't just eliminate it. What has to happen is, all religions, not just Christian, not just the churches, need to step up.
Have to go back to the way things
Wait,
were.
used to be where you helped your neighbor.
Before,
The thing about technology
Yeah.
is that nothing is personal. Everything's personable anymore. We don't care about each other. I mean, I get upset. I get upset because, and Joe's one of the only ones, like I saw my friend Cookie the other day, or yesterday. He came over and visited. I haven't seen him in 7 years. It's been forever. But people they'll text each other, my kids. They'll text me, or they'll, email me, but they don't call, or they don't just come over and visit. We don't do that anymore. When I was a kid, I remember going to Grandma's house so my mom could visit with her mom and her sisters, and all us kids play. Shoot, my grandson lives down in the apartment downstairs, and my boys hardly know my grandson. So, I mean, that's sad. It's not like it used to be. People used to get together for dinners. But this technology, while it's a great thing, it's been a blemish on...
It's not just the technology. It's after inflation. You got to work. Everybody has to work almost all day, every day to survive. And then you don't feel like going to somebody's house and hanging out. It's like, you know what? I just want to...
You know what, Joe? You come over to my house more than any other person.
And I probably work more than any other person.
And
Yeah.
And Joe works 16 to 18 hours every day except for Saturday. I mean, but
On Saturday I work because I run around with apartments and stuff.
But other than that, other than yourself who suffers for that? Your family.
Yeah.
Because
I don't see them.
Because you don't see them. And I've learned, and I used to work like that. I used to be gone all the time. My kids can vouch for it. And the thing is that you have to, and other people are in different. You're in a totally different situation than I am. We won't even get into personal situations. But my personal situation was just to get away. All right, that was mine. But as I've gotten older, I want to spend more time with my family. I want more, I don't know. I've become a real wuss. The older I've gotten.
No, you just realize that you are.
Yeah, bite me.
Yeah.
No, we're not off topic, because here's the thing. How much better will it be with socialism?
Not better at all.
It's not going to be better, because you're going to be working that much more for less.
People will think everything's free, so
Totally.
they pay back more.
And that's not how it works, man.
You just go into a spiral and then everything crashes.
Go look at the gulags. I mean, that's all I mean,
There was a meme I saw. It was
nothing is free.
There was a meme I saw with Stalin writing a letter, and it said, "Comrade Bernie." It said, "Make sure to take the guns before you talk about the gulags."
So, all right, let's see here. We got somebody. I agree. We have 5150 madness, crazy madness. Difficult for Christians to step up when part of the government blocks us every chance they get. The downfall, I think, started when they took prayer and pledge allegiance out of our schools. I completely agree. I mean, if you take we have every aspect of religion, or not even religion, of everything. We have Joe, who's a borderline atheist, agnostic. We have Ed, who lives it. We have me, who claims it but don't live it.
Any better than you do, dude. So
But here's where we're at, is that yes, I think we all agree that no matter what you are, taking God out of the schools was asinine.
This is what I would say. when you have, now people call them public schools. They're not. They're government schools.
Government
Because
school.
nobody will send their kid to a government school, but I'll send them to a public school. So that's where they use language to control everybody.
It's all
See?
wordplay.
So when you say, oh, well, they're taking them out of the schools, the problem is that we're in the schools in the first place. You know, if the schools was a free market, kids would learn in such a much better way that we can't even imagine what it would be like. You know?
Oh, yeah.
The problem is, to say, well, the government should teach our kids, but I have a problem with what they're teaching. What would you expect? You know, when they can teach you what they want you to know, that's the problem.
Yeah, yeah, and if you go through history and you go through a history book, I can show. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a history book one time,
We'll have to cover this on one of your.
and we're gonna go through a history book, and I'm gonna point out things that were proven false, and they're still teaching it as fact. We're gonna have to do that.
One thing, just so you said that.
All right, go ahead.
Anybody who has a kid that's in school, that goes to a public school, grab their history book.
Government school.
A government school.
Thank you.
Anyone who has a kid that goes to government school, pull out their history book, because I just read this in one of my nephew's history books not too long ago. They still teach the Gulf of Tonkin as it was a real thing. Like, it actually happened, that they sunk the ship, and that they still teach that it was a
They
real
didn't
thing.
teach it. They sunk a ship.
Well, not sunk the ship, that it was attacked. And the funny part about it is none of that happened. None of it happened.
There's a lot of that in the history books, and we'll get back to
He
that.
who
But
controls the past controls the future, and he who controls the present controls the past.
History is a lie agreed upon.
Crazy Madness. I just wanted to add too, because I must know Crazy Madness, but I don't. I can't see the picture. Is that?
He must know you from TNG.
He must, or she. I'm just.
The news.
Hey, but my question to you would be, and I know you're on our side as far as socialism, is how much better would it be? It's if we get socialism, then isn't it our re-education center? I mean, our government schools. Then you have to relearn everything.
Yeah,
How
because
that-
they slowly teach, in school, I remember being in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade getting taught that how good capitalism was, and once I moved on to high school, they're teaching you that, well, capitalism mixed with socialism is the best way about it. And then now they're teaching kids, well, it's whatever you believe, it's whatever you want to think. Socialism.
You cannot successfully have full-blown socialism with any capitalism. It just don't work. Saying democratic socialist is an asinine statement. Democratic, do what I say. I mean,
They told us so many times
that we're a democracy?
Yeah, I was going to say, tell a lie long enough and loud enough that people start to believe it. People say, well, we're a democracy, we're not a democracy,
Oh, Tony. What's up, Tony?
When people say, we're a democracy, I say, what's a democracy? Well, that means majority of the votes wins, right? Well, it's nice to hear a Democrat say that Trump won the majority of the votes then. Oh, no, it burned.
The most raw thing I've ever heard someone say about a democracy, but it was the most profound thing, is what you said. It's gang rape.
Yeah.
These 7 guys say we're going to rape this one woman, and that's what they do. That was democracy. And that's what you get with the democracy is gang rape.
2 wolves and a lamb voting on what's for dinner.
That's the calm way of saying it.
Exactly.
That's the pleasant way.
It's a PC way of saying it.
So, socialism, is America ready for socialism? Is this going to... Because I'm going to tell you what. I think Bernie I think he has a chance. First of all, does he deserve to be the nominee?
You know what? Well,
Do you believe in
that? I think he's gonna pretty much win it, and they're gonna pull the rug out from underneath him, stick somebody else in there like they did the last time. That's what I think's gonna happen.
I believe I look at Joe Biden's rallies, and there's 10 people there. I look at Elizabeth Warren's, and she has 11. I look at Pete Buttigieg, and he's got like 25. Unless he's in South Bend, which is a rotten, not the people, but it's a rotten city. We live 20 minutes from South Bend, and it was nice when I was a kid.
Isn't that where you got jumped at?
I got jumped there. But
Where do I get jumped?
also, we're going to
Everybody jump at me.
we want. It's been 3 years, Joe.
3.5.
So
I'm sorry.
I look at their rallies. You ever seen a Bernie rally? He has 10,000 people there. I mean, he's got the support. He's got the drive. And damn it, if the millennials go on, listen.
He's got the drive and support, but he don't have Democrats behind him.
And here's what happened, Joe. And what happened was in 2016. You remember they pulled the rug out for him. From him. How many people that were supporting Bernie didn't vote?
Yeah. Well, and he told him, hey,
how many didn't vote for
Hillary? You know, after they pulled the rug out from under him.
Yeah, but how many of the people that voted for Hillary won't vote for a full-blown socialist?
That's the question. That's the question. The hate, the Trump hate syndrome, derangement syndrome is so deep.
Yeah, but these swing states that didn't vote for Hillary, they aren't going to vote for
A full-blown socialist if they didn't vote for
Hillary. You know what I mean? That's my way of thinking of it.
Right,
Yeah.
But what I think is, I think they're going to pull the rug out again. And how many people do you think are going to vote for him?
I'm not saying he's going to win. God knows I don't want him to win. I don't want him.
I think that would be great.
I don't want.
I'm sure every comedian's going to go out and vote for Bernie. You know.
Yeah. Plenty of content.
Yeah.
I don't want him to win. But here's the thing. If they come out in masses like they've been going to his, so it's gonna be close. I don't think it's gonna be. Listen, ain't nobody else in.
I think Bernie will get it, but I think they're gonna pull the rug out.
No, I'm talking about the presidential election.
Yeah,
I think it could be close, man. I really do. I'm not going to be one of these. I've heard people on the internet saying 100% Donald Trump wins stuff. And I believe that. If he was running against somebody.
88% chance that Hillary was going to win. That's
my point. That's my point. People are saying 100%, and then what happens? The people that are going to vote for Trump get lackadaisical. They don't go vote.
But it's not the people running the polls that are saying that. The people that are running the polls are saying, no, Donald Trump would lose to any one of these candidates. But
there is. First of all, what Donald Trump debating booty cake would be like a grandfather disciplining his child. You think he's going to let up on Pocahontas? Oh, he's going to. Listen, he's not a master. He's not a master debater. But
he might be.
He has some skill at. He's not afraid to tell him how it is.
We watched the debates with him and Hillary where he just tore her apart, said stuff that no one ever thought he was going to say.
Primaries right now, nobody's asking Bernie any hard questions. Like about his book he wrote. Well, that's about anything.
is that he rides on the coattails
Of sensitive lies. Like if you look at it, all he has to do is go up and root for the minority and all the pussy-footed white people and all these black people are going up there saying, oh, well, the minorities. All he has to do is root the word minority and say that only black people get shot by cops.
and he gets all the support. And he's exactly right by saying,
no
one asks hard questions.
I got a thing here from my buddy Tony here in Indianapolis. He's tuning in. We thank you tuning in, Tony, and if you share it, we'd appreciate you sharing this with people down there. And we'd love to share. Joe really would love to share. But he says he saw a clip today that Trump was asking Republicans in South Carolina to vote for Bernie because he's certain that he can beat him.
Well, if you look at some of the stuff but Bernie said that if like I don't know, there's stuff that Trump could say about him. Like he said a while ago that if little kids run around naked and touch each other's private parts, that will eliminate the porn industry. So he has some weird stuff in his background. Bernie, he also wrote a rape fantasy book. Rape fantasy. He talked about one girl wanting to get raped by 3 guys. I mean, there's some stuff in his background that Trump could bring up.
That all women fantasize about being raped.
Yeah, he has some stuff in his background that Trump can use to talk about. Yeah, but that's nowhere close to little kids.
All right. First of all, I don't know one guy that hasn't said some rude stuff around other guys. Grab him by the pussy. I'm sorry, some of the guys that I've heard talk, that is very mild. I mean, it is. It's very mild. It's not necessarily. I've said some pretty. Anybody who knows me knows I've said some pretty crude shit. But it don't even have to be me. I've heard other people say stuff so crude that it makes me blush. And if it makes me blush, you know it's pretty bad. But the whole thing is my question to everybody, even the viewers, and especially the panel. Who else is competition but Bernie?
Nobody.
Tell me.
Nobody. Let's say bring somebody up at the end here somewhere.
Bloomberg, he's going to beat. No. He's going to beat Trump.
Little Mike, no.
Mini Mike ain't going to win.
Biden doesn't even know what he's running for. He said he was running for Senate. So,
and you know what?
You should be running from jail.
Yeah, and I got lectured on it. Leave it alone. It's the art of war. Let them destroy themselves.
Well, I hope. Yeah.
My whole point. If you have, if we, I forgot what I was talking about. No, if you have any compassion at all, and you saw your parent, your spouse, there's something wrong with him. I'm sorry. As much as I mean, this dude's in Nevada, and he says he's in Ohio. I mean, he says, "Hey, my name's Bernie, and I'm running for United States Senate, and you know what? Give me a chance." I mean, you let that go on? You're that in love? No, but what I'm saying, as a compassionate human being.
If he was my relative, I'd be like, or even if he was in my party, I'd be like, you're making our party look bad. You gotta get out.
Sit down. But this is a guy that they're backing. If you watch MSNBC, it's Biden.
Well, it's because they don't want Bernie there, because they don't think Bernie has a chance against Trump.
And before it was, Bernie.
Could you imagine?
And now they're like, oh shit, Bernie has a chance.
Could you imagine Trump and Biden in a debate?
I couldn't imagine Joe Biden saying it. Considering that he said one of his proudest moments, and I don't know how to pronounce the Chinese ambassador's name or whatever, but I just pulled the post so I could get the guy's name. What?
Xi Jinping?
Or something like that. He said that one of my proudest moments is getting passed and getting moved in the Paris Climate Accord in 2016 with a guy that died in 1997.
Yeah. If he can be in a state and get the state wrong, and he's running for president and he can get the position wrong, of course he's going to get freaking dates mixed up. I mean, But the thing is, man, and you know what? I hope he wins the nomination. I hope he does, because then I will tell you 100% Donald Trump's going to win. And Bernie, I don't. That's the only Do I think Trump will win? Yes. Is it 100%? No. He's the only competition out there for Trump. He's the only one who can debate Trump.
And he has the most free stuff to give out.
Exactly. And what's Pocahontas going to stand on? She's going to call Trump a liar?
Yeah.
Really? And as liberal as everybody wants to be, are they ready for a homosexual president? I know that's taboo to say, but what? They are. Yep. Yeah. You ever heard of the Clinton death list? There. You might be.
Decided.
Like Joan Rivers.
You're right, Ed. Spoiler alert. It's not, for those who are saved, we know who's going to win in the end. This is just all a show right now. This is just all
The world is a stage.
But it's fun to be part of it. It's fun to talk about it.
It's so exciting.
And if you're bored living today, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, you're not.
If you think, and here's the thing, what gets me is you talk to some people and they go, I don't know nothing about politics because it's so boring. What the hell?
Yeah.
They want you to be bored. They want you to be bored. They don't want you to be involved. They want you to watch the football games, the basketball games, the major league games. They want you to watch all this stuff so you're not involved. So you don't,
That's what the emperors in Rome did. They got their people involved in the fights.
That's what the emperors in the United States did.
My lions,
I think if Joe Biden did win, which he never will, the presidential vote, I think that it would be kind of like having another George Bush in there. Just because of the mere fact that he can't even get anything right.
Well, here's the thing.
I think people misunderestimate me, or a lot of our imports come from other countries.
Here's what everybody needs to understand is why the baby boom generation became the most conservative generation that we had. When they were young, they were almost socialist. All right? Well, what they had is Jimmy Carter, and then came Ronald Reagan, and they saw the difference. They saw the difference in life and how the lifestyle was. Waiting in line for 7 hours for a tank of gasoline, inflation, and then they saw Ronald Reagan take over and how capitalism worked.
So Obama,
and now you've seen
Obama,
all these other. Hold on. The liberals are liberal and are younger so liberal up to Generation Z that we have right now, who's going to be the most conservative. And why they're going to be the most conservative is why everybody's liberal, is because there's been no difference since Reagan's been out. You had Bush, you had Clinton, you had Bush again, and Bush and Obama wasn't that big of a difference. They really weren't. And then you go to Obama and Trump, and now this Generation Z living the difference between this liberal and conservative, and they're seeing how much better off they are now. Are you better off today than you were 10 years ago?
Yeah, that was his speech. That was his thing.
I mean, are you? I am.
I don't. Yeah, but you don't make any more money.
Well, they're going to make sure that you don't make no money. A president can't change that.
Well, I know.
My whole thing is that. Do you have more faith in Trump than you did Obama? No?
I do.
I would say, yeah.
I mean, I do. And for one reason. and it has to do everything with him. Is that he had the majority of the promises he made, no matter how unpopular they were.
Well, like you said, he can't fail because then it reflects bad on his business.
Yeah, I mean,
Like then because he's a businessman.
he wants our economy to succeed.
Look at his trip to India. That was pretty amazing.
Holy shit! Yeah, I didn't bring that up. That was amazing.
I would never have thought that.
That was bigger than the Trump rally here in the United States.
He has more properties in India than anywhere else in the world. So that's got to say
That was all his employees.
Yeah.
You have to show up to your paycheck.
Yeah, that was simply amazing. Yeah. I'd like to go there. I think it looks pretty
Well, you
good.
look at some of the, I mean, like France, where they're rioting. We did it for more than a year, and a lot of those people I saw, they were chanting in English.
Yeah, Brian.
We want Trump, we want Trump, we want Trump. The people in Hong Kong waving American flags.
I got my buddy QAnon here. We realize there's an echo. We're going to take care of that next time. Right now we're just in the middle of it, and we worked on this all day. So Justin's trying real hard to fix this problem, but they're working their butt off. But we appreciate the feedback, and we want everybody to let us know what's going on and what you're hearing. But we've been he says sound has stereo echo, like the feed is being sent to the output twice. Like a monitor channel or something. So McEwen is he is the man. He's been doing sound. He's a musician. He's been Brian McEwen, phenomenal bass player. He makes music. I don't know what it's called because I'm old. Brian seems to stay young. I don't know why.
Does he still play for Core?
I don't know what he's doing. I talked to him first for the first time in years, 2 days ago, or a few days ago. So we're just working out kinks and stuff. But Brian's phenomenal. He does this where they make up like music using the computer and stuff. And I talked to him about using some of his music for our podcast. So we're going to have to step it up a little bit before he lets us start his music. I don't want me and myself associated with that shit. No, but Trump in India, that was amazing to me that would happen.
That says something a lot about that guy. So it's very positive.
So as far as socialism goes, it sounds great. It sounds like it's a utopia, and you know what? The government funds everything, and you know what? You can be a poet or a screenwriter or
Here. I have every single one of them jotted down why socialism isn't the right way. It's normalizes envy, rationalizes theft, idolizes state power, penalizes accomplishment, rewards laziness, forces obedience to the state, creates federal state government dependence, focus on the collective good rather than the individual, and collapse and oppression and poverty and starvation are what it comes down to at the end. That's how it goes down.
it's gonna basically it's gonna blow up in these people's faces if it happens. But I don't believe any. That's why the Democratic Party is going, holy shit, we don't want. Do you think these rich people want to be taxed at 90%? Do you think Bernie's going to be taxed at 90%? He's a millionaire, but see, he would be in control. And see, this control that they worry about Trump having, you're going to let a socialist have that control? That just seems crazy to me. Yeah, it's
Socialism. When I was in the Army, we had a run. It was It was like 16 miles. And it was, we ran up this mountain to a turnaround point and back down. And my whole platoon's running. So, I was a pretty good runner. I was a pretty fast runner. So I get way out ahead of everybody. Me and my squad leader, who was actually faster than I was, better than I was, but we got way out ahead of everybody. And there was one guy falling behind. He was behind everybody. He was getting out in like 3 months. He's like, well, we got to go back and pick him up. I'm like, what? What? He said, yeah, we can turn around and go pick him up. So we turn around, we're running back, and I'm passing everybody going the other direction. And they thought I got to the finish, the turnaround spot. And there was like, oh, the turnaround spot's just up there. I was like, nope, we're going back to get Sergeant Hopkins. I was like, what? So we ran all the way back to where Sergeant Hopkins was, so we could run with him. And then my squad leader's running ahead. I'm thinking, he's like, okay, he's cool, let's go ahead again. So then I ended up taking off, got way out ahead of everybody again. And he's like, well, we got to go back to Sergeant Hopkins. I'm like, I was like, man, this is nuts. And I was really pissed. So we turn around, go back again. Like, oh, you got to the end. I'm like, nope, going back to Sergeant Hopkins again. So I passed these guys twice, got back to Sergeant Hopkins, and then my squad leader's like, come on, Joe, let's go. I was like, no! I'm not moving. If you're going to come back and hit him, you're going to come back and get me too. I'm staying right here. I'm not moving. I'll walk the rest of the way, I mean, it's like, you take that away from me. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. With socialism, you're never going to pass them again. You're going to be left behind.
I was like, no, I'm not moving. If you but then finally he convinced me that okay, I promise I won't come back and get him again. And I took off again, passed everybody again, and I never looked back.
You all should have picked him up, carried him with you to the finish line.
Yeah.
That's how.
And that's
The first place that we were trying to go back, I never would have. I never would have.
Teach him how to run.
He had been, he'd been in it for 4 years, and he was getting out 3 months, and he was getting kind of out of shape. He's like,
you did a really good job at busting that guy out on the live stream. Sergeant Hopkins. He's watching, he's like,
he didn't say his first name, Tom. No, all socialism is taking from those that have and giving it to those that don't have. But it's not just that. That sounds okay. Taking from, like Robin Hood. Steal from the rich and give to the poor. Don't say it sound bad, but it's taking from those that bust their ass for people that don't do shit. Period.
But if it was voluntary, I could give that guy voluntarily, but if he never helps himself, I'm going to get tired of that. But if he can't help himself, I have no problem helping him a bit.
Yeah.
But see, when you make that decision to go across some guy's desk in Washington, D.C., and he's got a stack this big, he don't care. He don't know that person.
And that's the problem with big government. And, government overreaching anyway. And people complain. I hear people complain all the time about big government. I complain about big government. They don't know us. They don't. Your most important elections. Well, now it's national, but they should be your local elections. But now it's got to the point where it has to be the national elections. I mean, am I wrong? Yeah.
I was just when you said you're against big government, it just popped in my head. But you're for some parts of government being big, like the wall. See, we built the wall. You're gonna have you're gonna grow that. There's gonna be the people that maintain it, the people that. So that's gonna be a huge government program there that's never gonna end. That's gonna grow and grow and grow and grow.
Privatize the wall, and maybe that'll be a topic for next week. Is the wall? Yeah. Joe argues with me no matter what I say, so it don't matter.
I might even have to take a different opinion than mine just so I can argue with you.
Yeah. But yeah, socialism don't work. It's never worked. It won't work. It hasn't worked in any other country.
Capitalism has never been tried.
We're giving it a shot right now.
Well, but a lot of people say socialism has never been tried. We're not really in capitalism either. You know,
Yeah.
we're close, but there's to see true capitalism work. We haven't seen that. I mean, even like people complain about our medical system. See, that's what happens when capital with a capitalist medical system. It's not a capitalist medical system. It's controlled by the American Medical Association, which is a monopoly that's controlled by the Food and Drug Administration. So we're not. That's not capitalist medicine. There are doctors right now that don't take insurance. They have deals where like you pay them $100 a month, and they'll treat you with whatever you have. You know, it's like they completely dropped out of the medical system. But still, to be a doctor, you have to have a license from the American Medical Association. So you have to have a license from a private industry that's controlled by a government industry. And they limit the number of licenses. People complain about, it will cost so much. Yeah, but they limit that, on purpose. There's only so many doctors allowed every year. And the other thing, too, is you're handing out the medical licenses. Well, that's my buddy over there. He's got a little less of a grade than this guy over here, but it's my buddy. It's my buddy's kid. When people can hand out the contracts, that corrupts the system.
Oh yeah. But I believe I know somebody who was trying to get government contracts not too long ago.
Yeah.
Who would that have been? See, you're for parts of big government too. If it benefits you, if it benefits you.
I'm not. Hey, let the competition begin, man.
Oh, and I agree with the same thing, but hold on a second. All right, I don't care about that. Problem with my computer. But at the same time, if the government were to hand you a contract, would you take it? Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I would now.
No, because what you're saying is people can grow. They can.
People learn. You get beat enough times, and there's attachments to that contract. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You got to do it their way, and you got to jump the hoops. Now you owe me too. It's like saying, hey, that piece of meat had a hook in it. Would you eat it? If you know the hook's there, you know what? Maybe some people would.
I look at it as. First of all, with socialism, there's no bettering yourself. With capitalism, there is. If there's a contract for, first of all, you ain't going to get a government contract. That's only for special people and buddies. Period. You're not going to get one.
And I was told that
The Veteran for Business Enterprise. It's through the VA. With VA, they help you get contracts through the VA and stuff like that. And I was told by like the number 2 man in charge from Washington, D.C. He was out here giving a class, a speech with some people that were looking for government contracts. And he said, now there's a place you go to, and I don't know the website, but that's where all government jobs are. He says, you can bid on some of those jobs, but those jobs are not for you.
Oh, no.
He says they specifically create jobs for somebody they know. He says, you bid on that job, and I've seen it. I've bid on a job, and bang, they pull it down. It's like, what? And then they pop it back up with something else. They have to put them on that way. They have to post them. But if somehow you got that job before the guy that was supposed to bid on it got it and they pulled it down, then they're going to pull it down and they're going to put it back up and try again.
Here
are some jobs that you cannot get because that job was not made for you.
But here's the reason you wait. First of all, they're not made for you. They make up things for their buddies. Halliburton. We look at the Gulf War. Halliburton. Yeah, I mean, they just get it.
We don't post that.
Yeah, because they just automatically get it. You're not going to get a job at you're not going to get a job like Hunter Biden got.
No.
Because you're not in that club.
Right.
And another reason, you're not going to rip them off. You're actually going to bid the job properly. You're not going to go, oh, it's the U.S. government? Well, that went up 5,000%.
And I'll build you a swimming pool and pave your driveway. You know?
And that's what they do. They look at the federal government and go, oh, it's the federal government. Well, for Joe, I would have charged him $500, but the federal government, $500,000.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it's not our money.
And
I mean, we'll just print that up.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It is very hard right now, and I understand the frustration of the American people for an honest businessman to make it. But socialism is not the answer, because the business owner is the government, and they're never honest. Sorry, I mean, it's just.
And also, it's hard for the honest businessman to make, because you have to have government permission slips. You know, licenses and fees and.
I remember the other day bringing up permission slips and everything.
I was sitting talking to my boss after we got off one day, and I was sitting there talking to him, and he was telling me everything that goes into just build a residential home on the lake and stuff like that. And he was telling me about all these. You have to have them come check out the frame. You have to come check out the foundation. You have to have them come check out the electric, the plumbing, the insulation, the drywall. It just goes on and on, and all that stuff costs money. And it's just it doesn't make sense when you look at it in depth, but then it does, because it just gives them a way to rip on the business owner. And then the business owner is driven to say, hey, I'm going to cut corners here. I'm going to make this. And I believe that when every businessman comes out, he's originally trying to be honest and do the right thing, because he sees everybody else ripping some people off. And he says, well, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to charge.
Oh, I think you can make it and be honest.
But you're not going to be as big as the guy that's
ripping
ripping off down the road.
Unfortunately.
It's like when they regulate something, it's like, okay, so we're going to inspect you, right? Well, what do you think is going to be more of an incentive to somebody? Okay, look, if I do this wrong, I'm going to lose all my customers. Or if I do this wrong, they're going to fine me $200. The fine means nothing compared to losing all your customers. That's what your incentive is right there.
What it comes down to, guys, is that we don't need socialism. I believe in the American. You know what? If you're in New York, if you're in California, in the San Francisco, in the Nancy Pelosi state, or zone, I don't blame you for not, trusting in your fellow man. When everybody's a liberal and everybody's out for themselves. But I trust where I live. I believe LaPorte County and the surrounding areas here in Indiana, we're surrounded by good, hardworking people. I believe that our cities and towns are maybe not necessarily ran by good people, But I believe
People are, and that's one of the fear tactics they use. You can't trust people; they're going to rip
No,
them off.
and-
You need government to protect them.
no. And here's the thing: I believe that we can come together and hold our local government's feet to the fire. I believe that it's time that the American people and our people in our county, in our district, and in the surrounding counties. I believe Indiana is one of the greatest states in the union. I really do. Do we have problems? Of course we have problems, but who can fix that? Not politicians, not the state government, not the federal government. It's us. We solve the problems. We can solve the problems by holding their feet to the fire and saying, hey, you want a job next year? Then this is what you got to do. If you don't do it, and you want the good of the, for the good of the people, then the people need to come together. Not under violence, not under like these Bernie bros. And isn't it funny that we're racist because we support Trump? We're the bad guys, but these liberals are out beating people up, starting fights, punching old men and old women, doing all this crazy shit, but we're the bad guys. Like I said multiple times, the only diversity that liberals don't care about or progressives don't care about is intellectual diversity. They will not sit down. They won't talk to you. They won't debate you. What they'll do is scream over top of you. I want to know what you think. I don't agree with Joe. I don't agree with Joe all the time. I sure the hell don't agree with Austin all the time. I don't agree with a young kid like Dustin all the time. And I don't agree with Ed all the time. But I want to hear why they think the way they think.
Holding their feet to the fire, that made me think of one of my favorite Thomas Jefferson quotes. He said, freedom is not free. The price you have to pay is never-ending vigilance.
Exactly.
You constantly got to watch them.
And that's why politics isn't boring. If you're involved in it, it's never boring. It's you must be involved. You must get someone, your family, your friends involved, because you can complain if you're involved. If you ain't involved, don't bitch. Just sit in the shit you created because you didn't step up to the plate. You didn't hold. And here's the thing: they're coming after us right now. They're coming after the Trump supporters. And you know what? They're talking about jailing conservatives. Have you heard this? On Project Veritas. People that are in the Bernie campaign, that are running it, are talking about, if he gets elected, we're going to round up Trump supporters and conservatives, throw them in jail. Well, that's a gulag. That's exactly what happens in a communist country. I mean, political dissent, it's not tolerated.
Everybody knows about that.
Well, Project Veritas has released some videos. You need to look it up. Yeah.
And you don't think Trump
and
can
kill
do that
them.
against Bernie.
And here's the thing, is that they're after us right now. And they're persecuting us. They're persecuting Trump. And it's just like, what is it? Acapella. What's that book?
Like group of people sing without.
I don't know. There's a book, but how we should have met them at the door with pitchforks and knives. But here's the thing: is that it's no different than the Holocaust. First they came for the Jews, and then they came for the Jehovah's Witnesses, and then they came for me, and there was no one left to help me, to stand up for me, and that's the problem.
I don't believe what you say.
There is no such thing as hate speech. None. It's freedom of speech. All speech is protected, and the most protected speech should be the unpopular speech. Popular speech don't need protection. Everybody's saying it. What needs protection is the unpopular speech. And where they're fooling you on the MSNBC, where they're fooling you is telling you that Trump speech ain't popular. Listen, I wouldn't wear a MAGA hat out because I was afraid. But my youngest, my middle son, who's 16 years old, 17 years old, wears it everywhere, and he has got nothing but compliments.
That's because we live in Indiana. We live in
Indiana.
But that's my point.
Libertarian shirt on and people were saying, like your shirt. I'm like,
But that's my point. We live in Indiana, and that's what this podcast is for. People in Indiana. We have a guy watching in Indy. This is for you. Indy. Not an indie movie.
Pull that. Try and pull that, because I've seen countless. There's so many of them out there. Videos of people wearing MAGA hats in California, New York, and
you know the differences between there and here? They can't carry a gun. Let somebody do that here.
exactly.
You do that here. You come bash me or my mother or my kid in the head while I'm standing there. Hit him. That's why you don't see this Antifa shit going on in our neighborhoods.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is that the fact that and that's I like to get into that. But I'm not going to. I'll just say it this way. You go there. I just saw a video the other day. A kid was wearing a MAGA hat, walking home from high school, and 5 people grabbed him, dragged him into the street, and beat him until his parents couldn't recognize him in the hospital. They beat him so badly that his parents could not recognize him.
But the thing is that you talk, and Joe brought it up when he last week about shit's blowing up. Everybody's talking about Trump misspelling stuff.
Yeah.
You'll never hear about a Trump supporter getting beaten.
right, yeah.
And if Trump supporters went out and broke windows and started fires and started beating up people, it would be covered on the news completely. Remember that. Don't be a fool. Don't believe the shit that they're shoving down your throat. I talk to people every day. Yes, there's liberals out there that hate Trump, but you know what them liberals are watching? CNN, MSNBC. And I don't blame them for believing what they see because they're working all the time. They're busy trying to raise their family. Mom and dad both have to have a job. And they don't know about In Your Face with Fischer. So,
They'd be watching this, and they wouldn't be full of all the fake news.
yeah, they wouldn't be. And fake news is real, people. There's fake, and it's everywhere. And,
Mockingbird.
yes. And we're going to get into a bunch of stuff like that. But I thought it was real important this week that we talk about socialism and that you're not getting anything for free, guys. You liberals that think you're progressives, I'm sorry, I always use liberal and
Free college, free everything.
And
The thing about that is people go into college, but then once they get out, they're getting taxed at a higher rate because they're making more money. So it de-incentivizes people going to college to learn how to be doctors. So all the doctors would disappear because what's the point in going to college for 10 years if you won't be making any more money?
a lot of my problem with college is I believe there's a lot of careers out there you don't need college for. You need to read a book. And because they have licenses and people that govern over these careers, you have to go to school and put yourself in debt and that's why Bernie looks so good to a lot of these college students because
They have $60,000 in debt and they don't know how to pay it.
and they can't pay it because
They went into liberal arts.
yeah, well, and if you go into lesbian dance theory, listen, you're not going to make a lot of money when you get out of college. Yeah.
Get a college degree for, but then there's so much stuff in college that you just
Well, it's Goodwill Hunting. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. He says, you spent,
Movies that I have seen.
yeah, you spent $150,000 on education I got for 5 cents in late fees at the local library. Yeah, I mean, and it is. If you read a book, Ed's a perfect example. Ed reads all the time. Is always watching things.
I
Always.
watch things. I don't read much.
Yeah, he can't read.
I listen. I listen.
Oh.
But you gotta watch what you're reading and stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, you got to watch what you're listening
You
to
gotta
too.
you gotta pick through and kind of vet everything that you know.
They were just talking about this before the podcast started.
Oh, I've been trying. Huh?
He's on watching.
He's not watching. I just, you know him too.
Watch
Yeah.
the stream.
I've known him for years.
So,
Yeah.
Socialism sucks.
Right.
I mean, plain and simple. Well, we've been on here for quite a while. So, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button, share it. We have a Patreon. Where can they find that? It's on the Facebook page. There's a Facebook page, In Your Face with Fischer. There's a Patreon there. I mean, if you can give us a couple bucks, we appreciate it. If you can't, that's fine. I want to read this. We got it from Brian McEwen. Trump is the first wedge, and this one, party system. The never Trump rhinos are just as bad. This bigger than law, bureaucracy, the unelected elite. Time for their end of power. We agree, Mr. McEwen, and that's what we're here for. That's.
Was it the Democrats? There were a lot of Republicans on the other side too. It's like,
Oh yeah,
it's like a bird with two wings. You're all both in the same direction.
It's a one-party system with this name split down the middle, and Trump is the rock that came down and was breaking the shit apart.
Yeah, before now, they sit there and they would argue in Congress, and they'd leave and they'd go have a beer
Dinner.
and shake hands and laugh about it. Oh, we got him this time.
Exactly.
Like anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, thank you for the comment. We agree, and that's why we're doing this. So we'd like your guys' support. I know there's problems with like echo and camera. Hey, if you want to help us out and help us buy better equipment, hey, we got a Patreon. It's on the Facebook, In Your Face with Fischer, and it's on our website, inyourfacewithfischer.strikingly.com. So if you go there and we post our videos there, soon we're going to have T-shirts there that you can buy. You just ain't got to give us money. You can actually buy something and get something for your money. So make sure you share. Make sure you let people know. Subscribe. If you ain't subscribed to our channel, subscribe. We ain't doing this for the money. Everybody here's doing it for free. But it does cost us money. So if you can help out with some of that, we'd appreciate it. Our guys behind the scene, DJ, Connor, and Justin. No, I didn't forget Justin. I just did him last. Justin, DJ, and Connor, they do a great job for us. They work harder than anybody at this. Basically, we show up, sit down, talk, and then get up when we're done. And yeah, they started yesterday. So, and they get done. Hey, when the podcast is supposed to be going. I mean, we ain't even ready. So, we appreciate all you guys tuning in. I know we go nowhere sometimes, and we don't stay on topic a lot. But you know what? We have fun. We conversate, and we're trying just to.
It's fun being.
And we're just trying to have fun. We love when you guys comment. I try to acknowledge everybody who's on here. Yeah, all two of you. So we appreciate it. Like I said, share, like, hit the notification bell. But remember, with YouTube, if you hit the notification bell, you have to hit all, or you ain't gonna know when. You're not gonna know nothing. Just make sure you hit all. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Later.